Welcome to December's PSA with Chief Burgard. Welcome back, Chief.
Thank you.
This is in December, our next public safety announcement, and we're going to talk about holiday safety measures.
Sounds good. So a lot of things that we should be careful of around Christmas and the holiday season. And the first would be lighting. So a lot of holiday lights that go up, Christmas lights both on the inside and on the outside of the house. What we have to watch out for is not overloading our electrical circuits. Some older homes have smaller electrical panels, can't handle as much of a draw. So we need to make sure that everything we're putting in isn't overtaxing the system. So the use of like National Lampoon's holiday lighting where there's splitter after splitter, we don't want to do any situation like that where it causes heat to be caused by plugging in too many lights. So UL approved devices, whether they be extension cords or power strips, that are plugging in an appropriate mount because lighting can cause heat. A lot of extension cord use put together or a lot of Christmas lights put together into several split off outlets will cause heat, and that heat can cause fires.
And on that note with the electrical cords, I know it's important not to wrap up the extra that's there. You want to leave that open so that too doesn't cause heat.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's called an inductive coil or an inductive loop. Just by keeping the extension cord coiled up will cause heat in and of itself without even having a cut or a fray in it. So absolutely, leaving it laid out and just gently flowing it back and forth somewhere where it's not tightly coiled will help avoid issues as well. And then our Christmas tree care, having even the fake tree that gets set up, there's still electricity running through any lights that are on it. But most importantly, real trees, live trees that are cut down or purchased off of lots, you need to make sure those are getting watered every single day. Sometimes it's twice a day to make sure that they are staying green. If the tree stops taking water, where you water it and over a series of days, it does not absorb any water, two things to watch out for. Number one, was there a problem that maybe it was sap built up at the bottom and a fresh cut needed to be made? Or two, that the tree is to the point where it's going to start rapidly drying out. If needles are dropping rapidly, you may have to get that out of your house sooner than later, just to make sure you don't have a very large flammable item inside of your home. And with the newer lighting, the LED lighting, it does not get nearly as hot as the older halogen or incandescent lighting, but it does still create a little bit of heat. And anything else that's in your house that would spread any kind of spark, you have to be extra careful with.
And with the bulbs, they are going back to the bigger size bulbs, but those are definitely more safe than the ones that were out in the 60s and the 70s as far as generating heat.
Yes, absolutely. Those older bulbs created a lot of heat and incandescence. Those larger C7, C9s do create slightly more heat than the smaller twinkle lights. In general, as long as they're in good condition, are much safer, much less heat put off, yes.
There's been a big push towards the safety of the smaller batteries that are in children's toys. They're coating them with something that doesn't taste good. But let's just touch on that before we close.
Yeah, great point. A lot of people call them button batteries or watch batteries, those small CR batteries that can be anywhere from a nickel to a dime to a quarter. And those ones are very toxic to a child if they were to swallow them. So it causes a direct short between the positive and the negative by going into their esophagus or into their stomach, and it can cause burns immediately by being inside of them. So some manufacturers, as you mentioned, have put a very bitter chemical on them, so as soon as it touches their tongue to get them to spit it out. So if there are older batteries or a child is very flavor resistant, you need to make sure that that is gotten out of their system as quickly as possible. If you can't get them out of their mouth, that is an immediate call to 911, or if you're close to the hospital, get them to the hospital immediately. That damage can be lifelong if that battery isn't immediately removed.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to let our viewers know as far as any other holiday safety measures?
Yeah, just taking care when you have a lot of people over. Sometimes accidents happen, right? You have more people in your house than you normally do. So just use care, enjoy the holiday season, take care of everyone, but a little bit of safety can go a long way to keeping everyone safe.
Great. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And to our viewers, as always, thank you for watching.